I guess we'll move right along to Jeff Hilman, who might be in the chat. I'm not sure if he's here today, but I think he's from here in town, actually, from Nimbus in Vancouver. So I think I had maybe a Vimeo link, but I looked at jeffhillman.com as well, which I think has that right here. Yeah, so I'll just close this. I might need to open it. Yeah, I'll leave that one open, but we'll go to the site first. Okay. Zoom in plenty. We'll see how it handles zooming. Oh, it's rough. It handles zooming poorly. It's Jeff.
Yeah.
jeffhillman.altervista.org. What is this page? So, I guess that was where it forwarded to from Hilman.com. So this bar is like brutal. It's just sort of in the middle of the page now. I guess this is like one of those sites like Wix or whatever. You'd like make a site. Yeah, get a site in the corner. There you go. So mixed results. It's fine. Okay, so we got home, demo reel, and contact. This also goes home, I assume. Same thing to whoa, home. Yeah, this home button is kind of useless. Oh, it doesn't even work. Okay, well, great. And then audio specialist, great. This kind of thing I'd like put in the corner. Just put here instead. It's not worth having this huge real estate. And this is a link that goes to the image. Fix that. Demo reel. Great. Man, this is a rough site though. Jeez, Jeff. Audio demo reel 2016. It's the same thing, right? From this user on Vimeo. Great. Contact. Thanks for stopping by. Any questions? Hit me up. Cool. Yeah, I hate this site a lot. I really don't like this site at all. I hate it. But I'm gonna put it behind me and watch the reel, okay? Oh, Barney says 2:30. It is 2:28. This thing is. Let's go to the actual Vimeo page. So 2:30. Oh my goodness.
It's a long one.
It's too long. It's as long as the last one was. I'm gonna press play again in 5 seconds. Right, Matt?
Right.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3. Boom. I've seen this.
Just one more you didn't get.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, this is obviously a sound and music reel, which I didn't expect. And that's it. Okay, all right. Finished. You good, Matt?
Yo.
What are your thoughts, man?
That was long.
It was super long.
Really
And
long.
we have a Lost Chocolate Lab in the chat right now. You see that? Holy, what's up, Damien? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Carl's here too.
Yeah, it was really long. I felt it was a bit all over the place. Like it's kind of almost like there's too much, trying to cover too much stuff in the reel.
Totally, yeah.
You know, like once we got into like music production and stuff, I was.
Oh, sorry, everyone's giving me crap for not clapping. My bad. There you go. I'll put it 3 times. Stack it up. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so good job. Claps. Way to go. Yeah, it was too long, a bit all over the place. I felt the transitions were inconsistent or something. I couldn't quite figure out what was bothering me about the transitions.
Yeah.
But there was something.
Yes.
And the titles, like, yay, great job on telling, like, on the piece, like, what you did and tools you used and stuff. That was cool. But then they fade away. And so now I've forgotten what they were. Like, leave that stuff up.
Yeah, they're really prompt.
Don't make me jump around to try and, like, what was this again?
Or rather, not prompt, but brief.
Yes, they were. They were brief.
Yeah, off the top, good job on like your name, and I like your little like sound sting at the beginning too. That's too long though. You have 3 seconds of black, man. It's too long. It's too long.
When I actually first played it, I actually had the sound down, and I was like, "Why is it silent black off the top?"
I was like,
right, I've got to turn up the volume.
I thought the video wasn't working. I thought it was sound only. So yeah, Jeff, dude, just go straight to this. Fade in instantly. Don't make us wait.
Yeah.
And we've got how long for the first opening? We got about 7 seconds. So you can make that like 2 or 3 instead, man.
It's like 9 seconds till you see anything. And I mean, there is the sound design of the logo stuff, so there's something there at least. But it's a long time to kill on titles.
Yeah, a whole lot. And what's this reel called? It's called Audio Demo Reel. Okay. So in terms of presentation first. So in terms of presentation, we talked about the length. The length is an issue, obviously. The other thing I think might be worth talking about is you could probably stand to separate your music stuff and your sound stuff into 2 different reels, because if I'm looking for, it's probably less common for somebody to be looking for like everyone or one person to cover everything. And if they are, they can choose to look at both. But if it's just one, they can choose the one that is more relevant to their interests. And that would also help you cut things down and maybe keep things you want to, hold on to.
Yeah, I feel like you'd almost might want to have 3 reels: a post-production focused one, a game focused one, and a music focused one.
Yeah, I'm down with that too, totally. Yeah, and the kind of classic, Matt began talking about this, the whole 9 seconds till you got anywhere. The 9 seconds till we see anything. 9, 10? 10 seconds till here. So the common piece of advice from higher ups in the game audio industry is wow me in 10 seconds and make me want to hear more. If you don't show anything for 10 seconds, that's a pretty bold use of those 10 seconds.
Yeah, at this point in 10 seconds, I've heard a stinger.
Yeah, it's not enough at all. And I said, I've seen this before. You didn't hear me, Matt, but when this abstract Dolby logo played, I was like, I've seen this, and I realized this was from another Nimbus student here in town. So I guess I'm starting to get a feel for what the Nimbus student portfolio looks like. Yeah, so this is like fine. That's fine.
More you didn't get there.
Sure.
This is now post-production, which is moving away from the game thing. I mean, there's like, it's all over the place. We have abstract, then we have post-production, and then we have a Diablo 3 redesign, which is Blizzard and is scary. We've got, and then like a Nissan commercial, and then we have game audio implementation, and then we've got music instantly after that. Like it's really, and it's a short film, like a short film cartoon, and then we have Sad Robot it's like some film or something. I guess just just
I
a
thought that
song.
was the name of the song, possibly.
Yeah, I guess so too. I mean, there's a sad robot in the thing, so I don't know what I'm looking at in this case. And
Yeah.
then,
And I just want to touch on that point.
sure.
Anytime somebody who's watching your reel is starting to get confused, that's a bad thing. You want
Yeah.
to be super clear. So any chance of confusion is not good.
Yeah. And then the way, and like this last bit is just like a visualization for a song, I guess,
Yeah.
which is a total departure from everything else you've had so far, where it's like, this is for a purpose. This is like in context. And then we have this like After Effects visualization of something, which is like fine that you're showing you recorded, produced, mixed, and mastered this thing, but it's not really, it doesn't fit in this reel at all as far as what you're showing. So yeah, squash it all down. Keep your titles up. Start sooner. The end is fine. I think just has the same titles again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's presentation. Let's look at material selection. We kind of already talked about that too. It's like across the board. So if you want to like hone in on game audio, so this also with material selection, we're talking about what your reel says you want to do, and right now I have no idea what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of feel like you might be open to anything, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you want to do post-production or games or music. I don't know.
Yeah, and so let's compare for a second. I don't love like doing the comparing to other reels thing, but I mean it's very informative. If we look at Andy's reel just now, when we just looked at before this, we said it is very clear to us that you want to be in AAA sound design.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
very clear. And that indicates a few things, along with other factors in that reel, indicates a lot of passion for a given field. And that kind of passion is hireable. Like that's very hireable. Whereas this is like, well, I could very easily draw a conclusion of like, oh, you're not really sure what you want to do, so you're just trying a bunch of stuff until something lands, just like kind of throwing with the classic like throw everything at the wall and see what sticks kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
again,
just a
website.
one last point there. Like the point there is that I don't know that that's the case. You might be super passionate about all these things, and you're just like extremely enthusiastic about all these facets of sound, but you're leaving it up to assumption, which is a bit scary.
Yeah. What I was wanting to say is comparing it to the first one, the website wise, like the website just has your logo, your video, your contact info. There's nothing about you within that video, within that website, versus the first one, which might have too much of like, hey, this is what I'm interested in, but it does show some personality in who you are, and that there was a large focus on the website of like, I'm a gamer, I'm into games, I'm into this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's also the website's leading to the like, I'm not sure what you're going for.
Yeah, and the thing is too, the presentation of this, like the little titles, the crossfades and stuff, like this is a tasteful font. It's good, like the different size headings of it. It's nice. And frankly, I was surprised when I saw this because your site looks like hell, and it's really not very good at all. And so when I came to your reel, I was like, oh, cool, this is really nice actually. Yeah. So I think your site's worth addressing. Because it's just not very. And I think I might be incorrect, but I think you sent me your Vimeo link and not the site itself. So maybe that was like, I hope you don't go to my site. Like maybe you're well aware of this. But the fact that your site's on your titles, like on your bookends, I went. I went to the site, and it's not great.
I just want to touch on from like it's in your title cards, but when I'm looking at your description on the Vimeo page, there's no contact info in your description or anything, which you know, if this is what you're going to lead people with instead of the website, you should have like your email and contact info in all of this description as well as on those top cards.
Yeah, so you can just like highlight, Control-C, Control-V, email you, done. Yeah, I mean, Matt's always a fan of saying like, don't make me work to contact you.
Make it as easy as possible.
Man, like we got a resume today. No, rather we didn't get a resume today. We got a contact inquiry form from Power Up Audio's site today from a fellow who's like, hey, I'm looking to get some work. If you're interested, like, I'll send my resume. And I'm like, dude, like, why would you make me reply to like also send your just send it. Just send it now. so I don't need to put the effort in to like respond to you and like start a rapport just so I can see if I want to start a rapport or not. You know, it's like just make it very, very plain and available for someone to look at your stuff. So Andy's asking thoughts on putting a phone number in a reel. Matt, you see that in the chat?
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's in a. You have to like watch the video and transcribe it from it. I don't know. I used to spread numbers around back when I was freelance, but I had a a pager number. That's all that was for business.
And you are old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Derek's saying like, how's that sensitive information? It's your number. I don't think it's that bizarre. I think that having it there is same as like having it in a resume. I mean, I've seen resumes with numbers on them, of course.
Yeah, I think that said, in this modern age, there's lots of ways to get sort of like burner numbers through like Google numbers and stuff, that you can generate a phone number that is just your work phone number. So you could not have it attached to have your phone blowing up if the number goes wrong.
Yeah, and Damien says a reel's not really the place I would go looking for a phone number. That's true also, and maybe it's just extraneous information,
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about content quality. Yeah, this is going to be a bit tough because it's all over the place as far as materials. But Barney, I think it was Barney in the chat, said maybe everyone might not know what SPFX and HSFX stand for. What do they stand for, Matt?
I don't know, actually.
Me either. I think HS is hard sound effects, and SP is like special effects.
Yeah.
I think it's hard and special. That's my guess. But
being somebody who's firmly entrenched in game audio, those are post-production terms.
Totally.
I really don't know all the post-production terms out there. So yeah.
Yeah, like even I went to that post-production, like television post-production talk at the Game Audio meetup here in town, right? And I was like, he was using some terms that I'm like, yo, I've been in sound for a while, and I totally have no idea what the frick he's talking about right now at all. And I'd like ask him. I just had to like put my hand up and be like, yo, can you please clarify these terms because I don't know what you're talking about at all. And he's like, oh yeah, sure. It's not a big deal, but I mean, it's not a big deal to do this kind of thing. It's kind of like how somebody had a Ghost in the Shell thing recently and had like gits and not Ghost in the Shell. Just spell it out, man. Like it's you have no idea who your audience is, Okay, so we'll carry on.
More of a concern when you're trying to be broad and cover multiple areas, like you're covering music and games and post-production, in which case maybe the game people don't know the post-production terms, maybe the post-production people don't know the music terms or the game terms. So that's when you need to play. If you're like, this is a post-production reel only, I think you can get away with a little bit more like the insider terminology.
Yep. Yeah, like I've said stems before to like game audio composers, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. And that's fine because they've written just like, here's a track for like many games, and they've never worked on a project where they needed to like understand the concept of stems and why that's important to a given application, right? And that's totally reasonable and not like a bad thing. It's just the case sometimes.
Yeah.
So as far as content quality on this like the Dolby abstract logo, it's like it's abstract,
It's cool.
That's nice. It's like good frequency variance and like different focus and good panorama. It's just nice. We'll carry on to this.
One more you didn't get.
Yeah, sure.
This is really music heavy. So as far as the opening saying special effects and hard effects, tools used: Pro Tools, Soundly, self-recorded Foley, and ADR. If that's what you want to show in this thing, get rid of the music, man. Like, don't show me music. It's so loud. It's being leaned on very heavily.
Yeah.
You didn't get.
Yeah, sure.
And I want to like comment on Foley a bit. This punch, the first punch on the carton, that one is hard left. just one small detail there. So again, be aware of your panorama. Put things where they are in the scene. Make sure this is used correctly. We'll carry forward to Diablo 3. Oh man. Okay, well. Well, there was no voice until the scream at the very end. He's not like or anything like that. There was no Foley for getting up. Like, I think what's there is, like, not bad.
As far as Blizzard recuts I've seen, I actually thought this was pretty good.
Yeah, seriously.
Because that's a really high bar to hold up to. So.
Yeah, yeah. Carsey picked the creepiest Diablo cutscene. Indeed. So creeps. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to, like, pick apart sound design, sound redesigns. Because there's always something you can be like, oh, didn't get that, like, the little tiny debris thing falling in the background. Didn't get that one. But I think it's so dangerous to redesign Blizzard every time, man. Every time.
Yeah.
They are industry leaders, you know? Okay, sure. Like, it's like, okay. You know, it's pretty good. But we'll carry on. Nissan Winter Heroes trailer. Let's play this guy. It's like so short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even get much out of that. It's almost too short. Like there's a lot. It's so much like kind of hard cut editing. Like boom, 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 showing different perspectives and stuff. So it says self-recorded ambiances. But again, like if that's the thing that you're showing you did in this, then maybe only show ambience or something. I'm not sure. Like, well, what's everything else? Like, is it all from?
Yeah. I thought it was a good example of showing like perspective cuts and the changes with it.
Yeah.
But it's so short that I kind of need to watch it a couple of times to kind of dig into it. So
yeah,
I'm probably just gonna blow past it before I realize what I'm actually watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Even going over a second time, I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. It's like poof, we're done. I'm like, what did I just watch? I had to like, let's watch it one more time. Here you go, and we'll get a feel for it. Like 52-ish. Here we go. That's so fast. So if I had to like make a critique here, this mud thing, this like mud monster, I assume has one mouth, and it's right here. But if you listen to it, at no point does it sound to me like the sound is coming from that thing. Like, it's kind of hard left and right and like really stylized the entire time, and to that it has a bit of a disconnect from the scene. Having that in there is nice as a layer, but like having it in front of you is like, this is where the creature is, I think is pretty important. Because there's
missing that connection.
Yeah, there's just not there's no connection to the actual scene here as far as that goes. Otherwise, like ambience is like, yeah, the cuts are cool. Like Matt said, it's super short. It's hard to get a handle on it. So game audio implementation now is the one thing. So it's using Fmod, mixed in Fmod.
It was something like that you said before. You've called out the two things that we know for sure you did, but what's the rest?
Yeah. Yeah, like this is a great example of one. You just say like implementation and just put it there and have like a very kind of just broad stroke, here's what I did, and then have another video somewhere else on your site once it's better that has like more information about this shot, because I'm curious. Like I'm really curious of that whole shot as far as Fmod and like if you did like what that entailed, because I have no idea at all. And again, assumptions are bad. They're very bad. This animated short. Again, music. Oh, sorry, the title is what? It says tools used. Pro Tools Contact Battery with the contact of the C, is that right? Is it 2 Ks?
Yeah.
2 Ks, man.
It's Ks.
Yeah.
1K? I don't know. I think 1K.
I think it's 2 Ks. I'm looking it up. Two Ks.
Okay, so
Yeah, again, like this is still like heavily leaning on music, and that does two things. It show like to me the mixing on that Foley, like the combat shot, is I think just like not great mixing because it's so heavily music. But if you're looking to show your music, then I understand, but then get rid of the sound. And if you're looking to show your mix, then adjust the mix. If you're looking to show sound, get rid of the music. Just, it's really important to be clear what you're showing. So again, just separate your demo reel out. As far as what this sounds like, yeah, it's just like cartoony SFX, but they're super quiet and buried, so I can't really comment on them. Okay, I'll stop there with the music. Sad Robot and this final piece, it's like nice, I guess. I just have no idea what it is. So clear that up, please. Clear it up. How do you feel about? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
I feel like there's a difference too between the Sad Robot song, which is written by Jeff, and then the next piece is like to me those are two different things. Like I don't necessarily want a songwriter as my recording engineer, and I don't necessarily care that my recording engineer can write a song. Like it's yet again, it's like it's very, the reel is very fragmented of what it's all trying to tell. You've obviously got a broad skill set, but you need a bunch of reels to explain that.
Yeah, it's not even like an I individual or a T. It's like a hyphen.
Yeah.
It's like hyphen individual. It's like a lot of different things, but nothing's really standing out as like I want to do this. And so Distinction Man.
Well, I mean, the bits that I liked were good. I liked the Dolby thing. That was nice. I did think this was one of the better Blizzard pieces.
Yeah.
With some stuff I haven't seen that often, but it was kind of all over the map.
Yeah, I agree with it. With the Blizzard thing, it's nice that it was something I haven't seen redesigned before.
Yep.
That was cool. I haven't seen the creepiest, creepiest shot. Yeah, I think that was like one of the stronger parts. Like this, so in a game audio reel, have like the abstract, have the redesign, have the implementation.
If you cut that down as your game audio reel, like this abstract bit, the redesign, and the implementation, which would probably be closer to a minute, that'd probably be a better game audio reel.
Yeah, totally. Like you could maybe do like one more thing or something. Yeah. Oh, and with the game audio thing, you could probably stand to like fill things out more in general. Classic more ambience note. There's like something over there in my left hand, or my left ear. I don't know what it is. Briefly. What was that? It's like a waterfall or something? I have no idea.
Yeah.
And this is like a super quiet little computer. Cool. But I feel like you could probably inject more sound into this scene. It isn't just this.
Yeah.
But anyways, we can cut it right there. It's 5:05. We'll move on to the next one. And claps. Thanks a lot, Jeff Hilman. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to close